What's up, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. We are on the floor of the craft room because I'm currently working on a big project for another video, but I am filming this intro today because I'm hoping to start this project tomorrow morning, most likely before my partner gets up, and I won't want to film and wake him up. So I need to do some serious destashing. My yarn stash is too big by my standards. Obviously we all love yarn and have as much or as little yarn as you think necessary. Hold, there is something in my eye. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry, I had to get a stick or something out of my eye. So I have gathered a sack full of my little scraps, and I want to see how much I can use up in a day. If you saw my 24 hours of crafting video, thank you. I was really proud of that one. I know it was a long one, but it was so much fun. That was a true 24 hours that I did over 3 days. This one I just want to do like in one day. So we're not gonna do 24 hours, just in one actual day. So I have a few projects I'm working on. This looks like a mess. I'm basically making like a wall hanging. It's attached to this little ball right now. I'm also working on a scrappy sweater, like a pullover mesh sweater that I'm gonna make a tutorial for, or I'm working on one, so I probably won't show a ton of like the process of putting that together because that'll be for a different video. And then I'm hoping to be doing some sort of like craft market this summer. We'll see, but I want to make some just like granny squares for some granny square projects, and then anything else I can think of. So I'll kind of show you what I've got. I do not expect to be able to go through all of this, but we're gonna do as much as we can. Okay, so it's just after noon. I woke up I think just before 8 this morning and pretty much got to work immediately. I didn't really film because I didn't feel like getting dressed or anything like that. So I worked for a while, had some breakfast, just got out of the shower, hence the very quickly done braid to try to make myself look a little bit more put together. But I have made some good progress. I got one like sort of medium-sized yarn ball finished, and then I worked on the I would kind of love to finish the wall hanging today. I don't like it's just gonna be done when I think it's done, so I don't really know, but it like size wise I feel like it's getting there because I don't want it to be huge. I would love to do a big one, but this is my first time doing something like this, so I want to like test the process before I go really big with it. But I worked on that for quite a bit with that yarn ball, and then I made one granny square and started another, and then I worked on the wall hanging a bunch more with this skein, which is getting down to the last bits. It was, if you watched my 24 hours of crafting video, I bought this and made a scrunchie with it, and that was the only thing I had used. So this was almost a full skein. So now I am making, I've already made some like slightly bigger granny squares with these that I think I'm gonna make like a bag out of. I probably won't finish the bag because I would like to line it so that I could potentially sell it eventually, but I will probably make the two sides and the strap. Oh, I also used some of this. I worked on the mesh pullover a little bit. I do want to save some of this because with the pullover, like even though I'm using scraps, each color that I use, I'm trying to save some so that I can like use it on another part of the pullover. So since it's a bunch of colors like randomly put together, I want there to be a little bit of cohesiveness and have like the colors appear more than once in the pullover. So I'm saving bits of some of the stuff I use for that for later, and that's actually going in a different bag. my craft area upstairs is just like full of baskets and bags, all with yarn in them. They're all for a different purpose, but as long as I can keep it straight, it works for me. So yeah, this is row 2, 3, 4, 5 of this granny square. I'm going to 7, and then I think next I'm gonna try to just like bust out a bunch of the little, some of them aren't even, there wasn't even enough yarn to make it a ball. Like it's just a little wad of yarn in their pre-ball phases. So I will probably try to see if I can blow through some of those before I have lunch in a couple of hours. Okay, so it is almost 4 o'clock. I just had lunch. Not a large amount of things to update you on. I finished this granny square, finished the big one, and started the strap for what will become a bag later on. But the most of the work I did was on this wall hanging. I am just about ready to call this done. I think I'm gonna do one more round all the way around in this like bright green that is in the middle, just to tie that back in. And then I have some ideas for like more smaller things that I'm gonna work on. So hopefully the next time I update you, I will have more things to show. Okay, as you can see, the sun is setting. It's a little bit after 7. I really wanted to keep working until I was ready for dinner, but my wrists and hands are really starting to hurt. So I'm going to take a mandatory break until I'm ready for dinner and eat dinner, and then try to go back at it. I did start like a little amigurumi plushie prototype that I'm working on, but this skein has a lot in it, and I'm really trying to get some of these little ones gone. So I have a bunch of this like cotton in rainbow colors, so I'm gonna make a bag that is a spiral. I figured out, I've seen people do spiral stuff before, and when I was working on this earlier, I was like, that would be cool. So I figured out how to do that. It's really easy if you've never done it before. I don't know why I'm trying to fold this. I don't know what shape that is anyway. But yeah, I think this is really fun and cool. And so the other side is gonna be blue and green, and then the strap and kind of like in between is gonna be red. So I'm really hoping to finish this tonight. I would love to like have one thing that I started and finished instead of just like a bunch of in progress things. But yeah, I'm probably at least for like an hour and a half gonna take a break because I don't want to hurt myself. So I'll check back in with you in a little bit. Alrighty, it's the next day and I've got my sort of roundup of things completed here. I did 3 bigger granny squares, 2, well, 1.5 littleish ones. This spiral bag I think turned out really cool. Then I finished the tapestry. By the time this comes out, I've been working on a short that kind of shows the completion of this if you want to check that out. Worked on this a little bit and started with the prototype. So I made a good dent. I didn't get through as many of my little skeins as I thought I would, but I did make a good dent and I'm pretty proud of how much I accomplished. I think I stopped at about 10:30 last night. My wrists were really starting to hurt again, so it was probably a good like 10 hours of crocheting. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me while I destashed a little bit. If you like this video and you want to see more from me, feel free to subscribe. I post videos 2 to 3 times a month. Thanks so much for watching this one. I'll see you next time.